Yung TRO partner, kasi a lot of people have so many misconceptions about the denial of the TRO. Parang feeling nila, parang ending siya, no? Parang it's the end, no? Pero I think we have to clarify to the listeners kung anong ibig sabihin at ano ang implications ng denial ng TRO. Una sa lahat, we don't know why it was denied because wala pa naman kaming kopya ng order. No, we have to be notified first. Pero we cannot speculate, right? Why do you think it was denied, etc., etc. But at least we can go into the technicalities of a TRO and how it is granted or denied, brother.
Yan. Oh, so, baka may rason yung Korte Suprema sa kailangan natin na matanggap muna yung written copy ng order.
Yes.
Para malaman natin kung ano yung rason ng Korte Suprema. At meron kasing mga technical requirements yung TRO eh. Baka sa tingin nila ay wala ng clear and urgent necessity, no? Hindi talaga natin ma-predict. So it is best na
To wait.
For a copy of the order. Pero ginagalang namin ang desisyon po ng Korte Suprema.
Kaya rin ako nag-post ng isang araw, partner, to warn the people to not listen to the rumors kasi may mga rumors to na magagrant na raw, magagrant na. And it might give false hope to many people kasi para lang po alam nyo, simulat sa pulpa, alam naman namin 50-50 lang ang pag-grant ng TRO. Lagi namang 50-50. Kapag lumapit ka sa court, 50-50 lagi yan. Because it is always up to the circumstances.
Pero happy ako, brother, na we were able to convince at least 5 justices, no?
Yes, there are 5 justices.
Alam naman natin, gobyerno ang kalaban natin. We are up against the full panoply of powers of the government here.
The Leviathan government.
The Leviathan of a government, of an individual, lies a shield, and that shield is the Bill of Rights. Yun lang naman talaga ang aming palaging sinasabi po dito. Kasi kinakailangan respetuhin yung ating karapatang pantao. Maski how grave the accusation is. Hindi pa guilty si Senator Bato de la Rosa. He is entitled to presumption of innocence. So kaya nga, dapat yung karapatang pantao niya under the Bill of Rights should be respected. Yun po ang aming humble stand on the matter.
Tsaka ito po yung pagsabi nyo sa mga nagtatanong pag sinabi pong denied ang TRO, it doesn't mean that the court has ruled that legal yung ICC warrant. Wala po yun malayong malayo yun, brother.
Malayo.
Maraming nalilito dyan. They're not saying na sige na, i-arrest nyo na. Hindi. Ang ibig lang sabihin, the court will not yet interfere by issuing a mandatory compulsory order yun na wag nyong galawin yan, no? It is not a decision. Order nga ang tawag dyan, hindi decision. It is not a decision na may jurisdiction ng ICC. Halimbawa, hindi rin yun decision on the jurisdiction. It is not, that's number 1, it's not a decision on the jurisdiction. Number 2, it is not a decision on the legality of the warrant. Number 3, it is not a decision on the propriety of the enforcement of the warrant. Walang ganon.
Wala pa ito. Hindi pa ito decision on the merits po.
Order lang yan.
Provisional remedy pa lang po yan. Provisional relief po, no? Kasi may may element siyang TRO, meron bang clear and unmistakable right? Has there been material and substantial invasion of that right? Is there a clear and urgent necessity
to prevent
grave and irreparable injury and grave injustice? No? Yun po mga elements yan. So siguro kaya kinakailangan talaga na hintayin natin yung written copy ng order para hindi po tayo mag-speculate. Saan dun sa mga elemento na yun na ang tingin ng majority ng Korte Suprema ang hindi namin na-meet, no?
Yes.
So baka after reading it, posible kami mag-file ng motion for reconsideration. Isa yan sa aming isang option. But after we have already read the entirety of the order.
Yes. Kaya rin po hindi namin mapagbigyan lahat nung una sa lahat. Dose-dosena na po yung tumatawag sa amin for interviews. Pero ang problema po, we are duty bound to our clients to refrain from issuing premature reactions due to the fact that we don't even have a copy of the order yet. Kasi syempre, sinabi naman po ng Korte Suprema even in their briefer that the full text of the order shall be posted on Monday.
Monday.
No? Parang ganon. So, kailangan po natin maghintay. Otherwise, pag nagbigay po kami ng mga opinion, that's exactly what they will merely be. Opinions, haka-haka conjecture, which we don't want to do. Gugulo lang po ang usapan.
So, ang i-emphasize ko lang, hindi pa po tapos ang laban. Ang na-deny lang po ay yung TRO. Hindi po ito decision on the merits pa. So, meron pa po tayong decision on the merits. Kaya nga po, nire-request namin yung government agencies, yung PNP, NBI, na since the main case is still pending, the other government agencies should supposedly exercise the becoming modesty not to implement right away the ICC warrant of arrest.
So ayun, maraming nagtatanong, hindi ko naman kayang basahin yan isa-isa. But nag-quick live lang po kami. We will not stay on air for too long. But we also ask our very good friends from the media. Alam mo, recently, brother, ang pinaka naging very fair sa akin, si Ma'am Karen Davila, on Head Start. She was very fair. I know she had different opinions, but she respected my legal stand, pero ang problema po, for now, hindi talaga kami pwede pang basta appear or mag-issue ng mga reckless statements, because we still do not know what the order contains. And without such, we will not be able to speak in an educated manner regarding the technicalities of the order as given, So, patience na lang po, and also we pray for the enlightenment of the decision makers.
Yes. So, yun lang talaga magawa natin.
And by the way, pwede naman kami mag-MR pa.
Oo nga.
Pwede pa kami mag-motion for reconsideration.
Insofar as the TRO issue only is concerned.
Yes, pwede pa din.
Well, maski may inkling kami na ganun, pero we were still hoping for the best na magmilagro nga, So, pero hindi natin nakuha siguro ngayon, kaya kailangan naming pag-aralan on Monday kung ano yung nagiging rason po ng Korte Suprema, at siguro after mabasa namin yun, kung sa tingin namin ay dapat mag-file kami ng motion for reconsideration, gagawin po namin yun. Hindi po tayo susuko. Kung meron pang available remedies, we will exhaust all available remedies po.
In the meantime, before we say goodbye, we ask for everybody to pray for Bato and the family, because his liberty is at stake, and of course we firmly believe in his innocence, not just as his lawyers but as his companion in life, So we pray for the Lord's deliverance. That's number 1. Number 2, sana po pagdasal nyo rin po kami, kasi tao din po kami, baka nakalimutan nila, brother.
Oo nga oo.
Kasi kuminsan baka
hurt din tayo.
Oo,
especially ang mga kasong ganito na marami masyadong at stake, at stake dito ang liberty also of our fellow Filipinos.
Yes.
Yan po ang namin, ipinaglalaban po namin.
and the future of our democracy, brother. Kasi alam nyo, pag dumating po yung panahon na pwede na yan, yung arrest warrant without judicial review, I think that is the start of the end. And then that's bedlam and chaos, So, sana naman hindi po mangyari yun.
Sana naway baka magbilagro pa, Huwag tayong mawala ng pag-asa lang.
Okay. So, yun lang po. At ang daming taga-Hong Kong, brother. Nagpupunta ba tayo sa Hong Kong?
Oo nga baka matuloy yung di ba, may ata
Ano ba
eh.
yun?
Oo, I have to bring that up with my other principal kung pwede ba doon. Kasi may concert si
Si Elias TV.
Elias TV. At saka baka kapush natin na kasama din ang ating magiting, gwapo na law partner ko, si
Ako
Atty.
pala yun.
Bundok.
Kala ko kung sino yung sasabihin mo.
Yun, magsabay sila ni Elias.
Siyempre, that will be my honor.
Oo nga, din sayaw din tayo ng gano'n.
Dapat kasama si Dr. Richard Mata dyan.
Yun. Oo, kumusta pala natin yung ating mga Duterte 7? Oo.
Oo nga. Si
Mga
Brian
kasama
Lim.
natin.
Brian Lim is watching kung.
Hello,
Busing.
Congressman. Magandang hapon po. Oo.
Maraming salamat ko nga.
Thank you po sa suporta. Thank you po sa mga kumakantsaw naman sa amin. We will take your punches.
So, on the chin.
We will absorb your punches. Ang sa amin lang naman dito ay ipinaglalaban namin ang inyong karapatan. Kasi baka mangyayari yan sa inyo. Baka dyan po ninyo maintindihan na dapat pala yung ating konstitusyon ay masunod dito sa ating bansa. Kasi tayo po ay independent country, hindi naman po pwede na igawain nating self-executing yung processes of foreign courts. No? Yun po.
Brother, sorry kasi sabi ko magbababay na tayo. Pero ito lang, no? Sa experience mo, sa knowledge natin as lawyers, paano ba kumuha ng warrant, di ba? Ang first step, di ba? Magpa-file ka ng kaso?
Sa prosecutor's office.
Prosecutor, di ba? Magka-complaint yan, tapos may counter affidavit, di ba? Complaint, answer, reply, kung minsan may rejoinder pag may investigasyon, di ba? Tapos pag-issue niya ng resolution.
Pwede mo i-MR yung resolution.
Pwede pa i-MR yung resolution. Let's just say, tapos na. Ipa-file na yan sa court.
Information. Igawa ng information, file sa court.
Yung information yan, nasa court na, no? Di ba, ang haba na nun, ilang araw na yun, baka nga buwan eh.
Oo nga, more.
Okay. Pagdating dun sa korte, yung court will determine
Probable cause.
personally, bali, hindi niya titake hook, line, and sinker yung information. Gagawa siya ng judicial determination of probable cause based on the documents as submitted to him by both camps. Okay.
Personal determination yun. Hindi pwede i-delegate yun sa iba.
Hindi pwede.
Judge lang talaga.
Tapos, pwede pa siyang mag-ask for additional evidence pag nakukulangan siya, di ba?
Yes.
Pwede niyang i-dismiss outright.
Pwede.
Pwede niyang i-confirm outright. Pwede rin siyang humingi ng ebidensya pa.
More
diba?
evidences in order to satisfy the requirements under the law.
Correct. Because this is all in the rules of court. In fact, inaaral yan kung ano powers ng judge dyan sa filing na yan. Tsaka lang mag-i-issue yung judge ng warrant after, yan yung tinatawag na due process, brother, no? Talagang, So, ang haba nun. In your experience, brother, ilang buwan yan?
Ay, yan. Aabot ng mga 6 months to 1 year pa nga yan.
Correct.
Especially kung Pero, that's how we protect the rights of our citizens.
Correct.
We are given, ang sa atin kasi, accusatorial method, no? Accusatorial na yung talaga,
akusahan
yung respondent, akusahan ka, yung respondent has the right to answer. Unlike sa ICC, inquisitorial doon.
Yan, dyan ako papunta.
Sikreto yung sa ICC. Maski nga yung warrant, sikreto pa rin. So, hindi po pwedeng sasabihin na binigyan na ng due process si Senator Bato de la Rosa. Wala pa pong due process doon sa ICC because his side was not taken into consideration when the warrant of arrest was issued. He is only given due process after the issuance of the warrant. Yung madakip na siya, kaya mahirap naman yun. Contrary sa ating sistema dito sa ating bansa.
Hindi naman in flagrante delicto arrestong kay Bato di ba? The alleged crimes have been allegedly committed years ago. So hindi yan in flagrante, hindi yan hot pursuit according to Section 5 Rule 113. No? So,
yun ang pinagkaiba. Kaya namin talaga, isinusulong yung karapatang ng tao ni Senator Bato de la Rosa. Kasi magkaiba nga yung akin to preliminary investigation process
nila
doon sa ICC kesa sa atin.
So, kino-compare ko lang, brother. My point being, Dito, sabi mo, umaabot ng 6 months bago ka makakuha ng arrest warrant, no?
1 year pa nga.
No?
More,
Mga
more
minsan,
pa
1 year pa. Kasi ang patagal na talakayan, may due process.
Mm.
Yung pinopropose po nila, pag foreign warrant, wala kang kaalam-alam na merong
Warrant
investigation na nangyayari dun sa secret investigation doon sa ibang korte, and then the warrant pwedeng in a few days, you don't know, walang 6 months, walang ganyan, hindi mo alam,
May warrant ka na pala.
pwedeng may Pilipino na makipag-cooperate sa kanila and to feed them wrong information, and you will have no way to counter that dahil again, inquisitorial sila, hindi sila accusatorial.
Mhm. Mm.
So pwede like yung